There is nothing wrong with living with your parents in your 20s. There's nothing wrong with that. Don't let, just because everybody else is leaving their parents' house and getting their own apartments and maybe getting their own houses and things like that, don't let that make you feel like you're forced to leave your parents' house. You can stay with your parents. I just want to let y'all know, everybody who is living on their own in their 20s, they all broke. They're all living paycheck to paycheck. They're all stressed. They're all living with a bunch of people they don't want to be living with. They're living with a bunch of people. Some of them even living with a bunch of people they don't even like. They're just living with them because it's making it cheaper for their rent. Rent rent is what, between 1500 and between 1500 and 2300. That's what the rent prices is, between 1500 and 2300. No matter what you think, even the ones that you know how on apartments it'll say like 1200 or 1300 and things like that. When it's all said and done, the utilities and everything like that, when it's all said and done, 1500 to 2300. Letting you know that right now. Everybody is living paycheck to paycheck. Everybody is stressed. Everybody is broke. Why are you so in a rush to leave your parents' house to join that group of people? Paycheck to paycheck, stressed, broke, living with people they don't like, forced to live with a bunch of people that they don't know just to pay for rent. Now, some people, I understand, some people may feel that they need to do that to grow. So that may be a that may you may need to do it to grow if you genuinely feel like that. But if you're doing it just because you feel bad, like you feel that everybody is ahead of you, you feel that you're not winning in life just because you're staying with your parents, like, no, take advantage of staying with your parents. Like, you're not losing. You're not losing. You're really winning. You have more money than everybody else. You're less stressed than everybody else. You're able to save more than everybody else. You're able to take more risks than everybody else. You're living with your parents. You're able to take more risks. So you're able to risk 2,000, 3,000, 4,000, $5,000 on that business, where everybody else who's living on their own, they can't risk that. You really have an advantage. You have an advantage to start a business because you have the ability to fail, and it's going to be okay. Don't get me wrong. Do you want to stay at your parents' house? Probably not. But if you had $5,000 and invested it into this business and it failed, what what's the downside? You still got roof over your head. You're not paying rent. Maybe your parents are charging you for rent. I bet it's not 1,500 or 2,300, between 1,500 and 2,300. Bet you it's not that price. So enjoy that. Um, I would say though, if you're living with your parents, like I said, take advantage of it. That doesn't mean you have to start a business, but take advantage of it. Make sure you're applying to the best jobs. Make sure you're going to get that trade, get that skill in that trade. Make sure you're finishing college. Whatever your goal is, you need a goal. If you are staying with your parents, make sure you have a goal, right? Because the way I look at it, there's no point in staying with your parents if you're not working towards something. Because that's when I tell people maybe they should leave. They probably should leave because you're just now you just being lazy, right? You ain't working on it. You're just really just taking taking it for granted, right? You're not taking advantage of the opportunity. You're just taking advantage of your parents. You know what I'm saying? Take advantage of the opportunity. Like, make the most out of the opportunity is what I'm saying. So I would tell people that are living with their parents, that's the best time to start a business, in my opinion. You can risk, I mean, honestly, you can really risk $10,000 and you'll be okay, right? And you don't want to just do something dumb. You don't want to just risk your money, $10,000, put it all in the stock market. Like, you don't even know anything about stock. You don't want to do that. You know what I mean? $10,000. I'm gonna start this landscaping business. I'm gonna start this house cleaning business. You know, I'm gonna start this whole new. I'm gonna start a channel where I go out and interview people, and I need the best mics and stuff. And I'm gonna need to pay somebody to be a videographer so I can go out interview people, make really good films, or something like that. Whatever. But don't feel bad about living with your parents. There's nothing wrong with it, man. Or woman. There's nothing wrong with it. Uh Enjoy it, honestly. Really enjoy it. Um I actually think parents force their kids out too early. Like because they say, what is it? Our brain doesn't develop until we're 25, some fully develop until we're 25, something like that. Um I haven't actually researched that, by the way. I'm just going off what I hear from people and social media. But yeah, brain doesn't develop till 25. So things that are a lot of our decisions are going to change between that 20 and 25 range, right? Yo, there's nothing wrong. There's just nothing wrong with it. There's nothing wrong with staying with your parents. Save money, start the business, figure out what you want to do, figure out what career you want to do, make the most of it. Don't take it for granted. Take advantage of the opportunity. And that's it. I'm out.